disciples, the apostles, they didn't teach of this. You understand what I'm saying? They taught a whole different doctrine. They brought a whole nother spirit to what Jesus actually wanted. Read.
Which ye have not received, or another gospel.
So right along with that, they brought another. Right along with this image comes a doctrine, comes another gospel. That's why they say today, God loved everybody. God so loved the world, right? That's what we hear. But they won't go contextually and tell you what it means. They won't show it to you. This is what's going on. So here it is in slavery. They raped us. They took our land. They put us on slave ships to the point where we defecated on one another. They brought us on this side of the earth. They raped our women some more. They killed our children. But then they say God so loved the world. That's that other doctrine, that other gospel that they taught to keep you subservient to them.
Hey, ain't your avarice.
You gotta know God better than that master's degree, bro. You got to.
We love the lies that's been taught to us here in America, and you comfortable in them.
The reason why we at the bottom of society is because we break God's commandments.
God created you to be more than what we are.
Christ is a black man according to the Bible.
When my deacon pull up and he tell you repent, while Pastor say, what do you mean? Got Captain the car, he bringing that fire. Yo, Pastor sweating from the heat. Got Captain Palu on the streets, and Captain AZ finna preach. Man, you know he gon' show up. Shout out Captain Noah, he make you question your beliefs. We casting it down to the sea. We standing on business, so love being trimmers, replenish the kings on their feet. On your feet. The prophets get active, awaken the captive. My Bible be heading the beast. These pastors be lacking, retracting they fast. We blitz until mission complete. To Babylon fervent with heat. God, we are the guys, we are the guys, we are the God. We are the guys, we are the guys, we are the God. We are the guys, we are the guys, we are the God. We are the guys, we are the guys, we are the God.
Thank Jesus. This your God right here. This is a more, this is a better depiction of what Christ looked like. So when we see each other, we murdering our own brother. We're murdering in Christ in one of another. Read.
2 Corinthians chapter 11 and verse 4. For if he that cometh preacheth another Jesus.
Hey ma'am, who came and preached another Jesus? Who preached another Jesus? Who taught us this was Christ? White people taught us that. White people told us that this was Jesus. What would be the reason to do that? To make us what to them? Subservient. To make us at the bottom. So now, you love him and you hate him. You love him and you hate him. Hey, let them know, look, this is a better, this is what Jesus looked like. This is a better depiction. He was not white. He was not olive tone. He was a black man. So sister, going back to you. So they came and preached to us another Jesus, right? So you think they taught us everything else right? You come closer. You think they taught us anything else right? Read on.
For if he that cometh preacheth another Jesus, whom we have not preached, or if ye receive another spirit.
So they didn't, because if you only knew how great you are, if you only knew how special you are to God, you wouldn't subscribe to this. You wouldn't be a Christian. Because, matter of fact, I ain't gonna say Christian, in Christianity. Because this is the doctrine of devils. They taught all lies, no truth. Matter of fact, jump down, what is that, verse 7 or 8, maybe, or 13, I think. Talks about, you got me.
Verse 13. For such are false apostles.
So you was gonna have false apostles that taught differently than Christ. How you doing, sister? So what we was doing, we was going over the image of Jesus. We had some young men earlier that said, this is the devil, right here. This black image is the devil. So you gotta think, let's just say his parents didn't, might not have told him that this is the devil. Where do you think he learned it at?
Hearing it.
Watch this. Hold what you got. Give me 1 Corinthians 15. Because this is important. This is why it's important for us as black men and black women to do what? To do it with our children. What? Yes, that is Jesus. Yeah, you're absolutely, you're correct. So this is the issue. So if the parents not teaching that, where are they learning it from? Read.
1 Corinthians chapter 15 and verse 33. Be not deceived.
Don't be deceived. Don't let nobody trick you. Read.
Evil communication.
Evil communications. What?
Corrupt good manners.
So that's going right back into that doctrine that I was talking about. You may not have personally told them that, but they see it on TV. They see Superman. They see Batman. Everything right is white. Everything negative, everything corrupt is black. This is the imagery that they see on TV. That's why it's important for mothers and fathers to teach our kids. We're allowing pastors who has the agenda of white people to teach our children about Jesus. Go back to 2 Corinthians 13.
2 Corinthians chapter 11 and verse 13. For such are false apostles.
Such are false apostles. That's your Christian pastor. All he wants is your money. And you know what we do? We give it right to him. You know why? Because all we doing, we paying for a lie. We literally don't want to hear the truth. Because if I start bringing out truth in the Bible, which I'm going to do here in a minute, like I've been doing, a lot of people, when we go into the truth and keeping of God's laws, you know, showing people that they ain't sin, guess what they do? They get mad and run away. They won't change their way. They say, oh, y'all niggas must be wrong. My pastor ain't teach me that. But right here we showing you, you have false apostles. I don't want nothing from you. What do I get out of coming out of here and telling you a lie? You understand what I'm saying? I could be at home chilling with my wife. They get the money. They get all that. They get the cars. They get the clothes. Not only do they get the, they got the wife. They got the deaconess. They got the woman at the choir director. Matter of fact, they got the choir director boy. Read on.
For such are false apostles, deceitful workers, transforming themselves into the apostles of Christ.
So they transform themselves into the apostles of Christ, but they're not actually them. Stay there and read on.
And no marvel, for Satan himself
Satan himself, the daggone devil, read,
is transformed into an angel of light.
So this is why your children today worship this. This is why your children today murder this every time they see their brother. Young YNs, they killing this. They killing the image of Christ that's in them. They hate them. They hate the God in them. All young women too, we're just going over abortions. You killing that young prophet, that young king inside your womb. You murdering Christ every chance you get. The Lord said, thou shalt not kill. That goes into abortions too. That goes into that plan B. You know what I mean? You see old dude, you're like, you know what? He's fine. I'm gonna let him hit it raw. You go to Walmart. I ain't saying it's you. You go to Walmart. You get that plan B pill. You come back. You know what I mean? You let him bust it down. Wake up in the morning. Pop that plan B. That's murder. Because what are you doing? You're aborting the child. You're stopping life. That's murder. And these are things that we need to teach our people in the community. So once again, what we're out here doing, we're trying to show our people their true nationality. You understand what I'm saying? Because we've been lost. There's a reason why Christ said, wait a minute, watch this. Give me Matthew 15:24. One of the scriptures, sir? Yes, sir. I'm gonna show you this, then we're gonna go to Deuteronomy 28. Watch this. Matthew 15:24.
Matthew chapter 15 and verse 24. But he answered and said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
God was only sent to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. But that ain't my question. What made them lost? Yes, sin. When you realize at that time, the children of Israel went into slavery after slavery after slavery. They went into slavery to the Assyrians, to the Persian and Medes, to the Babylonians, to the Greeks, white people, and then to Romans, also white people. You know you're Israelite? All praises. Stick around. I'm trying to show this sister that she's an Israelite. And I'm also going to deal with that smoking. You know you're Israelite. You already know. You understand what I'm saying? So, sister. So slavery made the children of Israel lost. Yes, sin, but they forgot who they were. That's us today. Give me Deuteronomy 28:15.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So it says, all these curses shall come upon us if we don't do what the Lord says. Is that a good or bad thing? Is a curse a good or bad thing?
Bad.
You daggone right, it's a bad thing. So I'm going to go into some curses, and we're going to prove to you today that you are God's chosen people.
Right.
You are an Israelite. By the curses, matter of fact, give me that for a sign and wonder. Because this is important. A lot of times we're ashamed of our slavery. You understand? I'm not. Our slavery is a sign that we are God's chosen people. Read that.
Verse 45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Because we want to do what God told us to do. You can't tell me that we ain't some hard-headed children. I know we rebellious. Stiff that. We see it all day long. You got kids. You tell your kids to do this, they go do that. You tell them to do this, oh, they forgot that. Ain't nobody more hard-headed than a black, Hispanic, and Native American.
Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today. Shalom.
Hey, Shalom, Israel, Most High in Christ blessed. Deacon Abiel in the building. Listen, subscribe to IUIC Oklahoma YouTube page. We got a lot more content coming out. We got the captains, we got the officers about to drop some fire. Stay tuned, and don't forget, fix your faces on IUIC Oklahoma. Stay tuned with the latest and greatest content that we got coming out. All praise be to the Most High God. Shalom.
To keep his commandments and his statutes which I command thee, and they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder.
So those curses shall be upon the children of Israel for a sign, to let you know in the last days who they are. You understand? Because you was gonna go into slavery, you was gonna forget your true nationality, you gonna forget your heritage, you gonna forget all that, right? So this Bible, the curses, slavery is a sign to let you know that you God's chosen people. If only you open the Bible and read.
And upon thy seed forever.
So it was going to be upon our children forever as long as they are in the midst of sin as a nation of people. So I'm going to go into a curse. Quick question. How did we, as a nation of people, let's just say the African Americans, how did we get over here? On what mode of transportation? On slave ships, right? Cargo slave ships. Is that in the Bible? Sir, watch this. No, I understand that. We have, yes. That's why, once again, when you look on this side, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. I think that's the issue that we have. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not saying all black people are African Americans. It's some that Native American. You understand? I'm Native American. I mean, I look like the typical Native American, but yes, that's me. You understand what I'm saying? But I identify with the curses that's in this Bible because the Native Americans went into cargo slave ships as well. The same way with the so-called African Americans. Am I correct? Because you had an Iroquois that went into slavery to Jamaica. Right, some was sent to Spain, all over Europe. This is history, they ain't gonna teach you in school. Hell, they try to hit you with the CRT, the critical race theory. They try to keep that. Why do you think they try to keep this away from you? Because it'll identify who the children of Israel in the last days. Right. Read on.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
So the same thing I asked the sister before. Where you going, sir? Same thing I asked the sister before, sister. Sister, the same thing I asked, it was another sister up here. I asked her, what was the children of Israel doing in Egypt? What was their occupation? They were slaves. They were slaves. They built up Egypt. They built the pyramids, they did all that, correct? So did not we build up this country? You see what I'm saying? Are you seeing a parallel between the Israelites and the blacks and Hispanics here? So let's read on. Read. Oh no, go to yeah. Let's show you what Egypt mean according to the Bible, because I can use my own words all day long, but I ain't no Christian pastor. I'm gonna show you what the Bible says. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 5 and verse 6. I am the Lord thy God, which brought thee out of the land of Egypt, from the house of bondage.
So Egypt is synonymous with the word bondage or slavery. You understand what I'm saying? So when I hear Egypt, I automatically think slavery. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
You was gonna go into slavery again. Read.
With ships.
With what?
With ships.
Read it again.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
Uh-oh. Somebody lied to us. We ain't just niggas.
Bring it out.
We ain't Native Americans. We God's chosen people. This is what we're trying to show our people. This is why we went into slavery, because we want to keep God's laws. You understand what I'm saying? So do you adhere to what I'm saying? Do you believe that you're an Israelite? Just off the curses alone. Matter of fact, let's get another curse. So the children of Israel went into slavery on slave ships. Matter of fact, read on.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
You want to go see it again? Read.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
Uh-oh. To your friends.
To your enemies.
No. That can't be correct. You was going to be sold to your enemies. This is what happened to us. This is called the auctioning block, where they take our young black men, our young black women, strip them naked, and they bid on them. How much you want for this one? How much you have? How much you gonna pay? We was cattle to them. You understand what I'm saying? That's in the Bible. You are God's chosen people. When you see stuff like that, they hate that truth, because they know they you God's chosen people. They just don't want you to know. Read on.
And there ye shall be sold into your enemy.
You was gonna be sold to the white man, your enemy. Read.
For bondmen,
For slave man,
and bondwomen.
for slave woman.
And no man shall buy you.
Not buy you mean redeem you. No man is gonna get you out of this situation that you in, except the Lord. Nobody else can do it. You understand what I'm saying? So do you agree with that? So is historical evidence lining up with biblical evidence that we're God's chosen people? Can you agree with that so far? Give me verse 32 and then 41. Read.
Verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
What would be the reason why your children would be given to another people? Read on.
And thine eyes shall look and fill with longing for them all the day long.
Why would you be crying? Because they go into slavery. Read.
And there shall be no might in thine hand.
Why won't you have any might? You left your God. You left your power. You left your power to do what everybody else do. Verse 41.
Verse 41. Thou shalt beget sons and daughters.
You was going to have children.
But thou shalt not enjoy them.
Why won't you enjoy your children? You just said it. Read.
For they shall go into captivity.
They were going to go into slavery. Did that not happen to us? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. 48. Read.
Verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee.
Tag on. So our enemies, which the Lord shall send against. Why the Lord send them against us? Because why would we curse?
We forgot who we were.
At that time, we knew we was, but we wouldn't follow God.
Right.
We didn't sit up here. We done made we did a whole contract with the Lord. Like, yep, I ain't gonna commit adultery. I ain't gonna worship no other gods. You know, I ain't gonna murder nobody. Meanwhile, in the back of your head, you like, I might kill all these niggas. Yeah, you know what I mean? I'm about to go worship Buddha on this nigga. I ain't, you know what I mean? This is what we was doing. We had a contract, and then we forfeited the contract. So it's a clause in the contract that say, hey, if you don't do this, this will happen to you. And the Lord, he upheld his end of the deal on that contract. Now we over here looking crazy. Read.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger.
In hunger. So, anywhere you go in the United States, I don't care, matter of fact, I don't care what country you're in, I don't care what people say. Whatever country you're in, Esau, the white man owns everything. If not the white man, it will be who? The Arabs. If not them, it'll be Chinese. So everybody else owns stuff except for you. You will have to go to them for food. That's why you got to go over here to get some chicken. That probably a Chinese woman and took. Don't nobody cook chicken better than we do, but we got to go to them to eat some chicken that we made our damn self. Ain't that crazy? We've been cooking chicken for thousands of years, but now we got to go to them to eat chicken. That made me mad every time I think about it. Read on.
And in thirst.
No, in thirst. That means in water. You know what I mean? In that Casamigo, you know what I mean? In your liquor and all that, you're going to have to go to your enemies. In that diet soda. In that sparkling water. You know? Read.
And in nakedness.
In nakedness. That means on the clothes on your back. You got to go to another race of people for you to put clothes on your back. That's slavery right there. I don't care how free you think you is. Until you're being governed by your own people, you're a slave. Read on.
And in want of all things.
So in everything that you want, I don't know, the God you serve, the church you go to, is all ran by the same people. You think there's a difference between church and state? It's not. It's ruled by the same people for your demise. As long as we can keep these niggas in sin, we can keep that God away from us. That's what they do. That's what they're saying. Read on.
And in one of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
Oh my goodness. So, did that happen to us? What other people had yokes of iron on their neck? You won't find it. You might have somebody come up with a lie to try to say the Irish or whatever. We know that's a lie. We know that too. This happened to us. That is a curse that happened to the children of Israel that was prophesied to happen thousands of years ago if we didn't do what God told us to do. So, sister, what is that telling you? Who are we? Say it again. No, come here, sis. Say it for me, come on. Come here, sis. Do it one time. One time on the mic. Who are we?
Israelites.
You daggone right. You daggone right. So, with that, that's a beautiful thing that you acknowledge that. A lot of people want to acknowledge that.
Across the earth, the prophets move. From city streets to distant lands, the message is the same. Israel must rise. Through every quest, every journey, the truth spreads. No border can contain it. No distance can silence it. Our nation lives in every moment. In joy, we celebrate marriages. In sorrow, we honor our dead. On the Sabbath, we gather as one. Families rejoicing together, bound by the commandments of God. Yet are we tried. From the stones in Kenya to the hatred in Montana, we endure as a soldier of the Lord. And still, the mission expands. On the airwaves, on the screens, in every nation under heaven, Israel's voice is heard. We build our communities. We raise our children in royalty. We restore what was broken. We clean what was defiled. We show the world who we are. This is Israel united in Christ. Nation in motion. Nation endures.